folks. This is your host, Mr. Straight Talk. And what the hell is going on in Mumbai, Maharashtra? It's crazy. India is supposed to be the largest democratic country in the world. And the nonsense that I'm reading about in the newspapers is just ridiculous. What the fuck is going on in India? What the fuck is going on in Mumbai? So I read an article here saying that the current state government of India, which is run by Shiv Sena, and apparently it's a very right-wing Hindu minds. It was supposed to be. It was started as a right-wing Hindu nationalist party. They've changed their political stance by merging with a complete left-wing government called the Congress Party of India to form a state government. And now they've somehow forced the freedom of press to just go under the rug. So they're forcing cable operators in Mumbai, India, or Bombay, India, to stop showing news channels which speak against it. So what the hell is going on? So I have our fantastic guest, Dr. Neeraj Panchal, who's gonna explain to us, our viewers, everything in detail. Is that right, Dr. Panchal?
Yeah.
Okay, what the hell is wrong? What the hell is going? This is like a comedy show, dude. What is wrong? What is wrong in? How come people are not on the streets protesting against this crap?
Because right now the government, they have a image of of a gunda. Is in a local language we say gunda. It's just like they're hooligans.
It's like mafia.
They are not.
It's like mafia, right?
It is. Yeah, it's a mafia.
Wow.
Even many of the people they want to speak against the government, they are not speaking. Because, down the line, the same thing what has happened to Kangana Ranaut, that is a famous Indian actress. Her office was destroyed by the municipality. It can happen to themselves also.
So let's start. I think it all started with. I remember our first podcast we did. We were talking about the tragic death of, the actor in Bollywood, Sushant Singh Rajput, right? And we were kind of debating about, okay, that doesn't sound right. And then it all started as a result of that, and it all feels like this whole death of this actor is somewhat connected. So let's it's been a while since you and me kind of got on together on this podcast, but let's start from the beginning of how this thing unfolded, so our viewers and you can keep me up to the loop as well. When it all started, and it was a few months ago, during the early times of COVID, right?
Yes, the death of Sushant Singh Rajput has opened up can of worms right now.
It seems like that.
One thing is led to another. Yeah, everything is coming.
Dirty worms,
out.
I'm telling you, these are dirty worms. These are nasty worms.
Yes. It's very, 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 very sad to say that once upon a time the Mumbai was, it was just like this. I'm staying in Mumbai right now, but I was really pissed off the way the government is acting, the municipality is acting, police are acting, that too against the common people, against a female who has just raised her voice against the bureaucracy, against the police, against the constitution. The bad constitution which Maharashtra is not following. The constitution of India, the Maharashtra state government is not following it. That's why the center is giving support to Kangana. So the rights.
So let's just explain. The central government, which is the federal government of India, is currently a different government than Shiv Sena. It's still a right wing government, right? It's still a Hindu nationalist government, which is run by the BJP, which is Bharatiya Janata Party. But that government is not alt-right government. But it looks like Shiv Sena is crazy. I mean, this is ridiculous what they're doing.
See, it is not about only the case of this Kangana or Sushant Singh is going on. Right now, because of this COVID-19 pandemic situation in India, there are two states, one Maharashtra and second is Andhra. Both are non-BJP government. Root state.
Yeah.
And both are having, and out of 100, 50% are from only this two states where the COVID-19 patients are coming daily out.
So what are the numbers right now? I mean, in the United States, down where I am, it's almost gone down. Although Europe is going back up, and France is almost thinking of shutting things down again.
India, most of the states are going down, but right now in Maharashtra and Andhra, it is growing big leaps and bounds right now. Because right now we have not even achieved the plateau. We have to achieve the plateau of the COVID graph. No, it is difficult since the government is not acting to its standard. The precautions the government are taking are not up to their standard also. Now even they are going to start restaurants and local trains. If that will be there, then we are going to definitely going into herd immunity.
Okay, but the basic transportation was never shut down. Is it true? Like the taxis and cabs and everything were shut down or no in India?
Yes, no, it was shut down. Definitely it was shut down. Okay. But right now, the main lifeline of, for example, I'm saying Mumbai, the lifeline of Mumbai is local trains.
Got it.
Trains are there. That was shut down. And that was running only for few people, like for government bank officials and municipality and government officials. Nobody else can use to travel.
So you're saying that they used to carry their cards or something with them, the identity cards, and police used to be on the train stations?
Yes. They have to carry that their ID cards, and then only they can travel. That was the thing.
Okay.
But it was just like only the government can run. Private people cannot run. It was like that. Government people can run and do the business. The private people cannot do the business.
Well, I guess
it was not maintained properly. I'm telling you.
Well, I guess the government has to operate at some level, right?
Yes. It was controlled previously. It was controlled very well. For at least 15-20 days, it was controlled well. But day by day,
but that is usually the how long the mafia can stay quiet, right? So Shiv Sena Mafia.
Shiv Sena, yes. Then they came. They came into Now the ball is on our court. I will do whatever I want to do. They started playing that.
So I heard they freaking these mafia criminals who are running the Maharashtra government, state government, they actually went in and destroyed destroyed the home of a veteran. What the heck? I mean, the 60-something-year-old veteran in Mumbai, his house got destroyed, and they beat him. His face is like bruised. His face is like, his eyes are bloodshot red.
He's an ex-Navy officer.
What?
He's an ex-Navy officer. Yes. He's 62 years old, and what he has done a forwarded WhatsApp message. That was a cartoon was there. The cartoon was forwarded from him to some other group. That way they came to know and they smashed that poor guy. I tell you, it is so bad. Oh, beat a 68-year-old man. He cannot even walk properly.
And you can't do much when the police is mixed with you, right? I mean, the Mumbai police. I remember when
See,
when I visited Mumbai many years ago. You know,
yeah,
the police were everywhere and they were protecting the public. And I don't remember which government it was, though. I don't quite remember. Maybe it was. I think maybe it was BJP or maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. But the state government wasn't Shiv Sena at that point. But I just when I visited Mumbai and I saw the streets, it was massive crowd. I mean, Mumbai, it's like bigger than New York, right? I mean, there's going to be
populated.
the people are just going to walk next to you, shoulder to shoulder. You can have your own space, but it felt you get that feeling of safety, even if you are not living in India and if you're not coming from outside, you still get that feeling of safety when you walk in the streets of Mumbai, even if it's crowded, because the police were there. And this is the same police.
Yep.
I mean, the Mumbai police used to be considered top notch, right next to the British Scotland Yard. What happened?
Yep.
What happened? Come on.
So the only thing is what police at that time also the police were good. Today also the police are good, but they are just following the instruction what their superiors are giving. Now who are superiors? Shiv Sena. See, whatever the Shiv Sena says, the police has to do. You cannot say no to the present government. At the same time, the municipality, both are Shiv Sena government right now. So obviously, police will have to do it. So I see, frankly speaking, I don't blame police. If my superiors will say, okay, do this, we will do. We don't ask why we should do.
You know,
and if we do something, we are getting transferred. Police will get transferred to some Naxalite area.
I want to take a moment and tell the listeners in the United States that you better fucking watch what you are wanting when you say defund the police thing. You know, in United States police is freaking 1,000 times better run than the police of Mumbai. It seems like that. I mean, you know, hearing people, the police does not go and start knocking the houses down just because the local mayor or the governor or somebody does not like a person. You still are bound by the law, but you know, people in the states here, they don't realize how things are done in other countries. Maybe they should go to these other places and watch things happening in reality.
Yes, yes. All the US cities are most welcome to visit Bombay.
At their own risk, I guess.
At their own risk, yes, at their own risk.
Listen, viewers, if you go to Bombay right now, just make sure make sure you have life insurance. You have all the other
life insurance, yes. And there is a quite big chance. There is a quite big chance that their life insurance get matured here.
We are bad people, man. Come on. But this is reality. It's a freaking reality. You know?
This is reality. This is freaking reality.
It's a freaking reality.
Means now see one thing I tell you. For example, in India, Narendra Modi to be supposed till now the best prime minister what India has ever got.
Correct. I agree.
Even for him also, there are the leftist people. They crack so many jokes. They speak bad words on Twitter handles.
It's democracy.
Fine.
It's democracy, man.
It's democracy. Right? Yes.
So, it's freedom of expression.
This poor guy. Yes, and this poor girl, Kangana Ranaut, had made a 2-3 statement against police and the government, and see what's the result. Before she comes to her house, the house has got broken. It has been destroyed by the municipality.
Okay.
It is utter fascist government. I cannot see it just like I am. Actually, I was petrified and terrified that even few of my colleagues, they wrote many things on Facebook, on Twitter handle, on Instagram. They were writing all this thing on social networking site. And I literally told them, please don't write it because we are soft target. We are not going to get any support from BJP also. We are not that famous. Anything can happen to us also.
Do they have property insurance? Your friends?
India, we don't have property insurance.
So it's you basically.
Yes. If Angana would have got the property insurance, do you think she would be doing a renovation again? She is not getting renovation. She told that I don't have money. She told. Because in India the laws see in India what has happened when we go into court to fight a case, a common people will hire a lawyer.
Got it.
And the rich guy will hire a judge. Okay? That's the difference.
Rich guy.
Because we will pay. Yes. They will hire a judge.
I was trying to think. Excuse me. Rich guy will, common guy will hire a lawyer. Rich guy will hire a judge.
Lawyer, and the rich guy will judge. Yes. Because I will tell you one thing. I had a huge accident in 2014. Just almost 6 years back.
What happened?
I had lodged a police complaint. I have an FIR. Okay.
What happened with your accident? Tell us more.
I had a huge accident where my wife was injured a lot. Okay.
Oh.
And my whole car was crushed. I had an insurance for the car, but and my wife had few stitches also on her forehead. It was a very bad accident because the guy who was driving from the opposite side, he was doing drunk and driving case.
Oh.
It was drunk. It was registered also in drunk and driving case. Since 6 years, I have not received a single summon by the court because when I went to the police told me that there are many more cases ahead of you that will get over, then we will call you. So since 6 years, I am waiting for the justice.
So for 6 years, this guy must be.
He's scot-free.
He's still.
Yeah. He must have left India also. So
there is.
I don't know where he is.
So if there's a case under you, you can still fly out.
Yes, you can fly.
It's ridiculous.
You see, Nirav Modi, then there's one guy called Choksi, Vijay Mallya. They are the prestigious people who are representing India outside India.
These. Oh yeah. This is. Ridiculous.
And at the same time, you must be surprised. There is a nice series going to come on, I think on Netflix or Disney Hotstar. I don't remember. The Big Bull. It is again these 4 or 5 people.
The Big Bull.
They all are not staying in India. Yeah. And in India, they are not staying in India. They are Indians. They are not staying in India. But they have filed a case against this series should not be taken, should not be released because they are on their life. See.
Also, they're basically doing what Shiv Sena government is doing, trying to ban freedom of expression by staying outside India. I'm sure they'll succeed.
Everywhere.
I'm sure they'll succeed. They have money, right? But I guess I guess not. I guess not.
No.
I should take it back.
I know. It's not about money. Yes, it is not about money. It is about the fear what they have created in minds of people. Okay, this is going to stay for how many? This government is going to stay for how many years? Few more years, and then these things are remembered by people. What do you think? First of all, Shiv Sena was a good alliance of central government, BJP.
Correct.
Now they left BJP and they have created their own party, and at the same time, they have shook hands with the opposition. There's the Congress party, then the National Congress party.
Correct.
These three things are there. See, it is just like making, you can Shiv Sena, Sonia, and Sharad Pawar. Means the Jhutka Pakar, Pav Vada and Pizza, all three in one plate. You cannot.
That is amazing. So
you cannot enjoy the dish.
Just so that the viewers know, Sonia, pizza is an analogy for Sonia Gandhi, right? She's from Italy.
Yes.
And Jhutka Pakar is, I'm assuming it's
Jhutka Pakar for
Shiv Sena.
NCP.
And Vada Pav.
And yes. And Vada Pav is for Shiv Sena. See, if you give all these three in one plate, people won't enjoy it.
By the way, those three are my favorite dishes though. If I visit.
My favorite too, dear. I am still having these things. Okay, right now I'm in COVID situation. I'm not having it outside. Food is not allowed. But they are one of my favorite.
But so okay, we talked. You told us about Kangana. You told us about. But then, what the hell is going on with one of the media companies? The media channels, Republic World and Republic Bharat. These are the two media networks, right? And which Shiv Sena is trying to. They're trying to threaten.
Put a gag on them. No, they are putting a gag on them. Yes, they are not. They told that for all the cable operators, that you cannot show these channels on your TV, on your cables. Okay. Otherwise, if you do so, then you have to face even actions.
Yeah.
And right now
they're saying that
three or four. Yeah. Right now, 3 or 4 Republic journalists were there. They were doing scrutiny. They are doing journalism at some Raigad, in the Raigad district where Chief Minister Uddhav Thackarey is there, farmhouse. They were arrested. They are arrested since almost 3-4 days. They are not living there. Strange. For journalism, this is just like in 1983. This emergency was there in Indira Gandhi time.
Correct.
It is the same thing. It is followed. I think President's rule should come.
So what is the governor of Maharashtra doing then? Isn't there a limit on what freedom of press is the key foundation, one of the most sacred pillars of democracy, and if that institution of democracy is taken out by one of the sitting government, which is now running anti-democratic acts on its own people, then why is the governor of your state not jumping in and putting a military rule on that state?
Yes. In for you, democracy is a different meaning. In India, democracy is a different meaning. In India, democracy is only for rich people. It's only for rich people. Okay, democracy is only rich people can do anything they want. But the moment the weaker section of people who are poor, who are not that sufficient to speak out, if they speak out, they will be shut up this way. Like the way Sushant Singh has been shut up, even the way Kangana Ranaut has been done. But Kangana Ranaut is a brave girl, brave woman. She is fighting in such a way with only one female from Bollywood, that is Hindi film industry. Now all other are eunuchs. Right from Amitabh Bachchan to Shah Rukh Khan, they are eunuchs. I think we should. Yes, so I used to idolize them. Now zero.
What's with the drug scam now? The entire Bollywood industry looks like it's infested with these drug scandals, and the place that this can of worms that we talked about, the Sushant Singh Rajput can of worms that was opened, it all looks like.
See yes. One thing is that CBI has taken over the case of Sushant Singh Rajput murder or the death of Sushant Singh Rajput. What has happened? They have taken for murder, and now the whole case is diverted to a drug angle. Where is the murder? I don't know. They are not investigating the murder; they are investigating the drug angle. I don't know. I don't understand it.
So this is a deflection, you mean?
No.
I think it's a deflection.
Yes, there is a deflection. Yes, it is a deflection. Definitely is a deflection.
Or maybe it's a clever deflection for the actual murderers
for common people. Yes.
They
might be supporting the culprits.
But seems like CBI is a federal police, right? Just like FBI, and it's under the jurisdiction of the federal government. So
there is. I will tell you today's latest statement by Markandeya Katju. He's an ex-Chief Justice of India. Ex-Chief Justice. Okay. Yes. He has taken He is representing Nirav Modi in UK. He is Nirav Modi. Nirav Modi, he is a fugitive in India. Okay, a rich fugitive, just like Malia, Dr. Malia. And now he is the ex-chief minister, Chief Justice of India is representing Nirav Modi. And in UK court, what he told, I will say quote unquote, that in India, right from Chief Minister, Ministers, Chief Justice, Police, everybody are corrupt. This was his statement. You can read on Google. You can please Google it.
Wow.
This is, yes. The Chief Justice is saying all the judge in India are corrupt. That's why I told you now, poor people will hire a lawyer and the rich people will hire a judge. This is the thing what I have understood.
Wow. Wow. Do you feel that
yes,
the citizens of Mumbai, citizens of Maharashtra in general are probably repenting to get Shiv Sena in power? Do you think they will probably try to go back to the BJP government in the next elections?
I have many patients who are Shiv Senics. They are repenting. Now what to tell?
Are you serious? So these are the people who are who are running the show.
They are running the show because what happens, I'm telling you, the basic crux of the matter I'm telling you, Uddhav Thackeray shook hands with Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar and Sonia Sena. Okay, they all are one.
Sure.
Okay, but at the grassroots level, the Shiv Sena corporator, the Congress corporator, NCP corporator, they are at loggerheads since ages. And now one day the superior will say, now we are all fine, we are all brothers and sisters. Now shake hand. Will it happen that way?
Correct.
Because they are at the base they are still at loggerheads. They don't entertain, the Congress don't entertain Shiv Sena don't entertain Congress, same with NCP. It is such a, it is getting murkier day by day, not at the superior level, but at the grassroots level also.
Correct.
Many of my patients who are on Facebook with me, they used to be hardcore believer when Mr. Bal Thackeray was there. And even I am a great follower of him. Because of Bal Thackeray, I respect his ideologies. But his son has totally ruined his name. That poor guy must be crying in his grave, I'm telling you.
He's probably spinning in his grave. He's probably trying to come out of his grave. He's probably trying to come out of his grave.
It's the people who used to swear on his name, they are cursing this guy.
Yeah, I think
that is very sad.
Somehow, his Balasaheb Thackeray's nephew, right? He's Raj Thackeray, right? He could have been.
Raj Thackeray.
He could have been a better.
He would. Yes. Any. See, I'm telling you, I'm not saying that who could have been better, because I expected Raj Thackeray would do something better.
Correct.
He couldn't. I thought Uddhav Thackeray could do better. He has lost his mind totally, and he's just a puppet. The main guy is Sanjay Rao.
Correct.
I don't know what this guy is there. And the moment he cussed for Kangana Ranaut, next day Shiv Sena made him as officer spokesperson. That was all. If I will cuss you, my father say, okay, only you will speak now. And this is like this.
And this guy is supposed to be the national minister, right? He's
MP. He's MP, member of parliament. Yes, he's a member of parliament. He's the editor of one of the.
That's like
he's the editor of.
That's like
he's the editor of Samna.
Correct.
Samna newspaper.
One of the. This is like an analogy for the viewers. Is one of the U.S. senators start to speak about. Start to say, use foul language, say F words and drop F bombs on media.
Yes.
And against a mayor of a small town. It's like crazy. It's like this kind of an analogy, and then that person becomes the spokesperson of the party.
Yes, the party is giving It is just like that. Okay, now everybody should give me a spokesperson. Come on, tell me. It is. I really I cannot understand how this government is running, and I don't know how the Maharashtra government people. What is future for 2 to 3 years? It is bad for Maharashtra unless until the next election takes place.
Well, I think a couple of things will happen, right? I mean, if this thing continues, I have a feeling that this governor has power. I mean, I said governor, but I don't know what the rules and the laws are in India. But I'm assuming that the governor is meant to identify such issues, and then even though the governor in the United States is in charge, in governor in India is basically a bureaucratic position, and he does stuff.
Don't compare America's governor with India's governor.
Correct.
Of any state governor. Please don't compare. It's totally different.
So what power does the governor of Maharashtra has now in this situation?
Today, the Kangana Ranaut had a word with governor of Bombay governor.
Okay.
She had a word. I have not gone through what she had word, but I think before she met also, government should have stepped in such kind of situation.
Correct.
If a small time actors can be facing such kind of horrific thing, what will happen to our common people, common man? What will happen?
So I think
people are afraid. And
to compare this, sorry, you finish your thought. Sorry.
What will happen to a common people? See, one thing I'll tell you, Kangana being quite a big television Indian film actress, she can speak and she will get a securities. Today she is having bypass security. Today evening we went to Bandstand. There's a place in Bandra. I have a friend. That she is having office in Pali Hill. It was so tightly cordoned off that it was totally messed up. It was full of traffic. It took only to cover 1 kilometer. We took more than an hour. It was so much bad in that place.
Wow.
So this law and order has to be maintained by the government itself. But here, on the other hand, the government is giving trouble to the people.
Correct. So just to compare certain things that the federal government took action in India. Right? So there was an issue with the state of Kashmir and the state where there was president's rule enforced because there were certain high levels of terrorist activities and violence and all those things under the new section which was implemented with the Citizenship Act, right? And then if you compare that, one state has its own issues. You cannot have the issues that the state of Jammu and Kashmir has and compare that with other states of India. But say each state has their own certain levels of issues that can come up, which can be designed or classified under equal levels of threat to the people living in their state. So if the state of Maharashtra and the city of Mumbai citizens are going through this issue of corrupt government, then can the federal government request the president to incorporate a president's rule just so that they know there's blatant misuse of power of the state government? Why can the president of India or enforce something similar?
Yes, even I am asking why the president rule is not. Even so many people are asking for president rule in Maharashtra. Because the way these things are going is quite getting uglier day by day.
I'm saying the pillar of media. Media has to be protected. Media is if you start curbing, like if they start curbing me and you talking, because we believe in freedom of expression, that is not democracy. We might as well start living in China. They might even start putting the flag of India down and just put the red flag of China on each of the posts, each of the government offices. That's exactly what it is. It's living under the freaking corrupt People's Republic of Chinese government, communist government. So you cannot destroy the foundation of freedom of the press.
See, I have seen even Donald Trump doesn't get along with media. but he doesn't do such kind of activities.
Correct. I mean,
Okay.
President Trump,
yeah.
President Trump
Yes.
has literally been trash talked by the media.
Targeted. He's been targeted by the media. Yes, he's been targeted.
Yeah. Do
Yes.
you know,
But
the funny part, I don't want to take time away from it, but just because we brought up President Trump's. If you YouTube President Trump's news conferences, he's been the most active president in coming out and giving these news conferences. He gets these tough questions, right? He gets these tough questions, and I think they should be tough. Because the media is supposed to be doing the tough stuff. But if they do the conferences with Joe Biden, who was the vice president with Obama, and then now running against,
they are soft on that part. He gets
questions like he would ask a child, and then the funny part is one of the questions was asked to Joe Biden, and then he was reading those answers from a teleprompter. That means he got those questions ahead of the time. This is how corrupt the media is, but that's okay. There is freedom of expression.
It's fine, media. But at the same time, in India, what happens? For example, the NDTV. NDTV, there is a channel called NDTV.
Mm-hmm.
There's channels, one called is ZTV. There are many media network channels are there. CNN. They are sponsored from outside India. The owners are not sitting in India. They are not Indians. So they can twist and turn how they want to be. So if they want a Shiv Sena government in the center also, they will make a atmosphere such that Uddhav Thackeray is the best candidate for Prime Minister. They can make that.
So tell me about the Indian media now. Tell me about the Indian media. Here definitely the media is more in the United States more supportive of the Democratic Party, which is the left liberal party. It's not supportive of the Republican Party. So what is it?
Yes.
How is the media landscape in India? Which parties?
It is the same. Most of the people, the leftist who say that I don't understand first of all the leftist part. They speak that we want to live in everything. Everybody should get everything, but they themselves are getting richer day by day.
Correct.
Whole Bollywood is minting money in billions.
Correct.
But at the same time, they are supporting the leftists. They are not supporting the main government, that is the BJP government in India.
Correct.
I don't know. These are the double standard. What I've been seeing this thing. But nowadays, because of the social networking, people are getting aware that these people are nothing but full of crap. They are nothing but few bunch of people who are having good looks and who can act, but their brains are empty. They have nothing in their mind.
It's funny because you know what?
Yes, it's funny.
The left will take down the left. These social media companies were created by the left liberals.
Left liberals.
And now they will do his job of exposing the dirtiest.
I would say this. These are not liberals. They are not liberals. I would like to say they are pseudo liberals.
Yeah.
They are not liberals.
Yeah.
These people are not liberals. See, liberals mean what? If I'm eating something small, I will also say that okay, you should also get the same thing. But what they are all happily they are sitting in big bungalows with 20 ACs and 20 rooms.
Correct.
And there are many politicians leftists. Their children are studying abroad in Oxford and Harvard universities, Cambridge universities.
Correct.
But they are telling us they used to study here in government school. This is not the way they should act. The people are not seeing this. But nowadays I'm definitely because of this social networking, people are coming to this night right now. Media is not that happening on TV. The news are not that much affecting than on the Facebook, Instagrams and Twitters. So thanks to this too also. Not with the last since before the social media was there. Before the only media used to cover the news. Whatever they say, we used to blindly follow it. But now people are questioning it. You see, I'm sorry, I'm digressing the topic. But right now, because the Kangana Ranaut case, not a single Bollywood personality is supporting her. Out in open. They are still a person like Javed Akhtar. He is praising Shiv Sena. The underbelly of Bollywood is so dirty and murky. I don't want to talk about it. People are different. I'm telling you.
Javed Akhtar probably was like not even looking at anything related to Maharashtra Thackeray. Maharashtra Thackeray was probably.
Yes.
And now he's.
Yes. Last 15 days back, he has tweeted such golden words with his Urdu poetry. आप तो जानते हो साहब कैसे बोलता है. He used to speak that way, and now he's I'm telling you. No, something is fishy, and something. I think these people are against BJP government. Actually, they are not against BJP. They are against Modi.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right?
These people are against Modi. They are against Modi.
But the problem.
Because it is just like.
The problem is that
Modi wants to bring everything up.
Yes.
Sorry, just let me. Modi wants everybody. He wants to raise each and every people of India, or each and every. But here in Bollywood, only they have to be rich. They can enjoy. They can do lavish holidays. They can have good cars, houses. But other people, they should be remain till in poverty only. It is that thinking, like Congress. They are like Congress.
Correct.
And these we call leftists. These are the typical leftists. And these are pseudo liberals. They are not liberals.
Yeah.
They hardly any liberals I have seen.
This is the same example, right? The Hollywood industry in the United States. They all stand up against, what they think is bad in terms of things that happen in the country. They are completely against President Trump from day one. They have been calling him ugly and dirty names, and they are up for defund the police movement and all that stuff. But these Hollywood dirty bastards, they don't say anything against the human rights violations happening in China, in the Xinjiang province. They don't say anything against Mulan, which was the freaking Mulan movie by Disney was shot in Xinjiang province, which was the corrupt human rights violation epitome peak. What do you want to call it? Capital of the world.
Yes.
And their praises. There's no one speaking from the Hollywood industry about things like that. This is hypocrisy at its best. I mean, people, do they think that people are so naive these days that they can't read through their shallow hypocrisy? If they think like that, they are going to be in for a big surprise when they start seeing their numbers going down, when their viewer ratings going down, and you saw Mulan, right? Mulan, which was released, the Disney Mulan, was expected to be shattering all the numbers. Well, it was number one on Disney streaming platform for maybe a day, just a day.
Okay.
After that, it dropped down. So people are getting smart, man. People are getting smart. That's what I'm. So
definitely.
What is going on with China and India then? I heard there was again an issue with the.
Whatever things were there, we have retrieved our maximum lands. What they have, they have taken from India. Okay. We have India has covered the land. There were some fingers were there. Fingers means not finger. The fingers of the mountains. They used to have the shapes of a finger. There were some 8 or 20 are there. Out of that 10 are it was from India, and 10 were there. And they have taken some more than 50. So we have recovered all these 5 fingers, and now we are having stable. And right now, China thought that India won't act in the same way at the time they used to act in Congress days. But nowadays, China has forgotten that we are being governed by a very good government called Modi government. And I will give 100 marks to Modi for terrorism countering counteracting on terrorism, for controlling China borders, for making any issues with neighboring countries that were sorted easily with the help of Mr. Ajit Doval. That is he is a defense secretary, I think on the very high post. They have done splendid job.
Isn't he the national security advisor?
National security advisor.
Yeah.
Advisor, yes.
Yeah.
National security advisor.
Yeah.
He's a perfect guy.
He's a guy. I mean, he was like a grassroots guy, right? This guy spied.
Yes.
He was like a movie star.
Yes, spy. He was a spy.
He was a
Yes,
spy.
he is. Yes, he was a spy. Yes, he has gone to 2-3 years back, when he went to Pakistan. One of the news reporter told this is his first legal entry in Pakistan. Yes. He must have gone at least 10 times in Pakistan before entering through Wagah borders or through a proper channel. He's a perfect guy. And we want such kind of people.
Yeah, exactly.
We want such kind of people.
People know what happens in the real life. You don't want to have some bullshit politician running the show.
No, I was. One of my friends posted nice article that this BMC, this Shiv Sena goons are destroying this Kangana's house and beating this ex-Navy officer. If they have so much anger, please send them to China border or Pakistan border, please. You can show whatever your art is there. You please show. We will support you definitely. And if you will die also, we will make you as a martyr. Don't worry about it. But these things, what they are doing is utter rubbish.
Correct.
I was not expecting such kind of thing. Even his allies, there is Sharad Pawar. What happened? You must be surprised. Sharad Pawar has bashed him. He called Uddhav. Why you have done this? Why you have broken this? I thought that he must be out of concern that you shouldn't have done. This is a bad political move. But I came to know afterwards that the building which was made by Sharad Pawar's partner. Now what to do?
You can't make this shit up, man. You can't just make this shit up. That's what it is.
Yes, this is real. This is real. It is a newspaper. It is everywhere. That is even Miss Kangana Rao has told. Why you are telling me? Why you are destroying right now? I have bought this place from the builder itself. The builder has done changes. I have not done any changes. Whatever changes it is in the interior, that cannot be changed. In your house, you do anything. There is none of the municipality concerned.
Correct. Also, the municipality came in saying that let's destroy the house because it was probably not falling in the code or something like that. Some bullshit crap lie that they said. And they
See, it is that if they want to destroy, they can destroy by any angle because they are in power.
Correct.
In India, I told you, if this same thing would have been done for Salman Khan, would they have done?
They would probably be.
Salman Khan, a guy,
they would have been.
Yeah, a guy who is a who is a ex girlfriend beater, who has killed people on the footpath, who was fond of shooting deers, the Black Buck case. He is roaming free. At the same time, he is insulting day by day all the people. But nothing will happen to him. Why? Because he is having a good contact in Dubai.
Isn't he the one who launched a campaign called Being Human?
Yes, he is.
That's bullshit.
It is just like Yes, it is just like if you own a cigarette company.
Yeah.
Okay, you sell lakhs and lakhs of cigarette. You become rich, and then you make a nice cancer hospital for them. Okay.
Fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, India is everything's fucked up. This मेरा भारत महान. 100 में से 99 बेईमान, लेकिन मेरा भारत महान.
Hey. So what's going on with the COVID cases now? You said they're right. Are there any COVID cases that you know of around you?
Yeah, in my building there are four cases are there. There are only 33 flats. I'm saying yes. There's 33 flats. And out of 33, the four patients are there.
So how are they doing?
Yeah, they are fine. They are out of I think two.
They're your neighbors. So.
Yeah, they are one floor below me.
And are they young people? Are they old people? Like, how are they managing it?
They are in one is husband and wife. Both are 50 plus, but they have come home. They have come home.
Okay.
And one is some around in their late 40s. They are recovering. One brother has come. Other brother is going to come in 1 or 2 days.
So how are they quarantining themselves? Like, how are they managing groceries? How are they managing stuff? Basic needs. Is somebody coming and checking on them to make sure they're doing well every single day? So how is that happening? How is that process going on?
Nothing.
Nothing.
In India we call Ram Bharosa. Nothing is happening.
So
we have to take care. That's why for these four people, we as a society committee members, we are providing, we are getting food, and we are keeping outside the house. Once we leave, then they will take it. They have to prepare food. And if if they cannot prepare also, one of the guy who had COVID 15-20 days back, he was quite old. So we have arranged a tiffin guy who used to come morning bringing breakfast, lunch and dinner. And with the disposable items. So he has to eat, he has to break that and he has to put in a disposable bag.
Right.
That we are arranging. Municipality is not arranging anything.
So
they are not arranging.
So that's a great thing that you are doing as a member of people of society, which is
we have to. We have to.
It's equal to HOA, the homeowners association. That's what it's called in the United States. It's almost like that, right? You have an association in India, right?
Yes. In our society also, the moment we come to know that some guy is COVID, immediately we fumigate the whole society. We have to sterilize the whole society. This we have in past 2 months we must have fumigated at least 10 times.
So
because in my tower.
Yes.
Yeah, continue.
So what happens with the trash? What happens with the trash and everything, which is probably also contaminated with COVID, right? So what happens? How is that?
No, nothing. We simply put in a black trash. This what we say bucket is there, and we put in that. Nothing. We are not doing anything. That is, we put in the same dustbin what we are putting. Wow. There's nothing. Yes.
So that's a risk, right?
Because BMC is not. It's a big risk.
Wow.
Welcome to India. Welcome to India, please. You are most welcome. Whenever you come, please do call me.
I don't see myself getting on a plane to India for a while. At least not until Shiv Sena government is there.
And I'm just worried about. I'm even just worried about this podcast. If some Shiv Sainik will hear, I will get screwed. So better don't upload it, please. Yeah, the next day the one doctor has been hit and black and blue and his eyes has become. You will hear. If this thing happens, I'm definitely sure I'm not going to talk any podcast with you.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine, man. I don't think they have the balls to do it. I think that would make you like a real freedom fighter. You know what I mean? This like the realms of Mahatma Gandhi and all big Indians.
No. I no. I don't want to make a Mahatma. I have my family. I have to take care of them.
Nothing.
Mahatma has Kasturba. I don't have Kasturba.
I think before that, I have a feeling that something big is going to happen. I think either the president or the governor, one of the two, are going to get involved here. This nonsense cannot continue. Imagine these things are being looked up in other countries now. So, you talk about democracy, you talk about the media in other countries. trying to find anything, any other news except the U.S. elections. This is the news. This is what's happening. People are talking about this crap. It's happening in India. So it's big deal. We have to do something.
Everything will wash off once this IPL will start. Make numbers.
So what's up with the cricket? It's starting, I heard.
Yes, it's starting. It's starting from Saturday, and at the same time, I think within 10-15 days, even the Big Boss, there is a Big Brothers, like a Big Brothers. You must be in America. It's Big Brother, I think. There's a series going on. Same Big Boss is going to start. That is hosted by the Being Human guy, Salman Khan.
So COVID is gone, I guess.
Yeah, COVID will go. The news will go. And automatically per day 96,000, 98,000 cases we used to have. After this, we will get around 50,000. So we are just waiting for the IPL to happen and the Big Boss to happen. Once this will start, the media will go down and Riya Chakrabarti will also come out of jail. Okay? And this, all the Shiv Sena will also become very calm.
So Riya Chakrabarti was a drug peddler, right? She was the one who was Sushant Singh Rajput's girlfriend. And that's how, is that the center of the camp? Or are we even going deeper into it?
She has named, I read one of the newspaper, she has named around 25 Bollywood personalities, right from actors to director, producer, and casting directors. She has named, and she has named even this Sara Ali Khan. She is a new actress from daughter of Saif Ali.
Daughter of Saif Ali Khan.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has named her. Yes, she's named her and another female called Rakul Place. These two names are out, but she has spoken 25 names. Hope this all 25 names will come out. But one thing I'm telling you, one thing I'm telling you, nothing will happen to these people. They are very powerful people. In India, powerful people, nothing happens to powerful people. Either they roam freely in India, or if they cannot roam freely, they go out of India and roam freely.
True.
Yes.
I don't think
Because
I think you and me are expecting the common public in India to probably boycott these actors and films and movies and all.
Yes,
that.
definitely. People they are.
It's going to happen though. I think it's probably going to last for maybe a month or so at the max. But I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah,
they have lost trust. They have lost trust.
Yeah,
they have, first of all, the Bollywood industry is a spineless industry. They don't have a spine to stand for Hollywood.
Industry, right? Same with Hollywood.
Yes. Same with Hollywood. A great superstar like Amitabh Bachchan, he has not spoken a single word against Shiv Sena or for Kangana.
Didn't he get COVID? I think he got COVID too, right?
Yeah, he got COVID, and in hospital what he was admitted, they gifted him Mercedes S-Class.
The hospital gifted him. So it's like a patient
Obvious.
You, and you pay for the patient's treatment, and then you pay
Yes,
for royalty.
because yes, and he is the day he was admitted. Second day he put out a nice video on his Twitter handle, on his Instagram, on his Facebook page, that Nanavati Hospital is such a nice hospital. Doctors are taking care of a lot, and this all making them all hunky-dory is going on inside. And obviously, and actually, it was just a publicity stunt. I don't think so. Amitabh Bachchan got just. At the same time, Abhishek also got, because his film was one of the series was going to release in one of the OTT platform. It was a publicity stunt. These were all publicity stunt. The PR is so fine today. Yes, I don't think so. See, he is having 18-bedroom flat, bungalow. In where we are staying, there is 3 bedroom. We are having 3 bedroom. In our building also, people are doing home quarantine if you are having COVID. I told you out of four, 3 were in home quarantine. One was who was serious, who was taken. And Amitabh, he went in with no symptoms. He went to Nanavati hospital.
Hmm.
Can you make out?
Correct.
He can bring whole Nanavati hospital to his bungalow. But that poor guy, who will take care? So he went.
Correct. Correct. So I think so the way it seems now that I'm just listening to you is probably it was a big advertisement campaign, and then instead of getting money paid,
Yes.
I think Nanavati paid him with a car. That's all it is, right? The hospital paid him.
It was a joke. It was a joke from me. But he, after coming out of the hospital, he bought a car. The car cost was 1.5 crore.
Oh, I see.
So I wrote on my page also that I think this car was gifted to him by Nanavati hospital. Obviously, the guy who is going to die is due to COVID.
Yeah.
Okay, he was in COVID, and the moment you come out, you don't buy a car.
Correct. True. You would
So
be,
this is things. Sir.
you know, when you are
He's very fond of car.
Yeah.
Yes, he is very fond of cars. Even he had done one movie called Eklavya. You might not be. It was directed by Rajiv. This guy, Vidhu Vinod Chopra.
No
He
idea.
told, I won't charge. Yes, he told, I won't charge a single penny from you. In the end, that Vidhu Vinod Chopra gave him nice luxurious Rolls Royce, costing 4.5 crore. Okay, so it is like that. Yeah. These are, yeah, this is like saving tax evasion. Okay, if he will pay him 4.5 crore, he has to pay tax. If he says that I got a gift from this guy, then he can evade the tax, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the rules are for poor, not for the rich guy in India.
Hmm. And you know,
Okay.
Sanjay Dutt also had COVID. I heard, or no?
No, he has cancer. He has cancer.
He has cancer. Oh, wow.
He has cancer. He has cancer. Yes, he has cancer, lung cancer. He's on some third or second stage. He has been visited US 2 days back. He came back, now he is resumed his duty. He has taken one set of chemotherapy also.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess he was.
And that guy is
he was a chain smoker, right? So
yeah, he is a chain smoker. I hope the way his life was done. Have you seen his movie based on him?
no, I have
Named Sanju. Yeah, you're lucky guy then.
Lucky guy for not seeing it.
Yeah, yes.
It was. I mean, how's your office and how's your practice now? Is it improving or?
Yeah. No, it is like the same way. I don't think so. Once I'm just waiting for the vaccine to come out. The moment the vaccine come out, then only people will start coming out. First of all, in
Vaccine trials are going pretty well actually in the United States. There was a small hiccup on the last week with the AstraZeneca and Oxford trial where they had to halt the trial, but it looks like yesterday it was restarted again. So they had a patient on their trial. Each of these companies, AstraZeneca, Moderna in the United States, AstraZeneca and Oxford in the UK, Pfizer in the United States. These are the three major companies which are doing it. There are several others doing it too. But these all have 30,000 people enrolled in phase 3 trials. And looks like they're doing pretty well. I think, again, the political parties in the United States, which are the Democratic Party, they're trying to scare people against the vaccine because they know if the vaccine comes, people will somehow, they think that people will somehow
vote for Trump.
President Trump.
Vote for Trump.
So they're trying to scare people. So if you watch CNN, if you watch MSNBC, if you watch any of the news network in the United States, they have people talking about, is this a safe vaccine? Is it risky to take it? So they're trying to instill fear in the common American public. But they're doing a complete disservice. They're completely doing disservice to the scientists and doctors and the health officials and health administrators who are working 24/7 trying to fight this China virus. Right? This freaking plague that's what President Trump calls this disease, and this virus coming from Wuhan, China, spreading into the world, and somehow miraculously escaping China itself. Looks like this virus always had ambitions for foreign travel. Like, somebody like in India or any other country wants to go to US. Looks like this virus had ambitions to immigrate to other countries except China. So
The only thing who has traveled the whole world in 2020 is this virus.
Is this virus?
Yes. This is this virus.
And so, isn't India coming up with some vaccine too?
Yeah, they are in Pune. There is a very big institute is there. They are coming with this. They are on third trial. Third trial. Yes, same. Yes. Yeah.
How many patients are getting enrolled there? Do you happen to know any sort of?
I don't. No idea.
But you haven't heard anything bad about it, right? Which is a good thing.
Nothing. No bad. Yeah. Because I think the whole thing is cordoned off. Nobody is going inside that way.
India is pretty good in research and development.
Yes.
So we hope that it's going to be fine. Plus, I
See,
believe,
whichever country finds out, the thing is that this virus should be wiped out from the face of the earth.
I don't think it's a reality. Right? I think it will probably be living with us.
It will take years. It will take years to go. It will take many years to go.
Or it might happen that we all get exposed to this virus so much that our immunity becomes so strong that we just fighting it, and we just end up having something similar to flu. The flu kills people, and this was the first time we saw this type of coronavirus. I mean, although we had a SARS outbreak, we had a MERS outbreak, but that had no ambitions to immigrate the rest of the world like this.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, really. Even I think there's something is even called like media hype it a lot. I have a huge question for that.
Do you think that?
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. For this, I'm not sure. But
thinking about that, all these things are, these numbers, who knows, right? Like for example, the cases and the tests, who knows whether there's incentive for the labs or
yes,
people in
the government is paying. Yes, the central government is paying 25,000 for one patient to 1,25,000 for one patient. Okay, so they come for COVID patient for municipality. The government is paying
for what treatment?
COVID treatment.
Okay, so
for treating COVID patient. So that's why they are getting more and more people. It is that way.
But not private doctors, right? You said municipality doctors.
No. Private doctors are charging more than bypass surgery. More than bypass surgery. Yes.
My God.
I told you one guy who, my floor, he was admitted in Kokilaben Dhirubhai Ambani hospital in Andheri. It's in suburb of Mumbai. He stayed there for 16 days, and the bill was of 42 lakhs.
Wow.
42 lakhs.
Did he pay?
Yeah, he did.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
42 lakhs. Yes, in 42 lakhs, around 10 bypass surgery can happen in India.
So
that too in the same hospital.
Good thing in the United States is any treatment in COVID, whether you have insurance or not, it's covered. So common health does not get. People
really?
People should stop complaining about.
That is because of Obamacare. That is because of that Obamacare policy.
No, it's not. It's actually because of the policy which was enforced by the Trump administration and all the actual private insurance companies CEOs. They came up to the White House and they had a meeting with White House administration and president. They said
in India.
Yeah.
Yes. in India it is other way around. Private insurance told that we are not going to pay for the COVID. For that, if you want to do, you have to pay extra premium.
Wow.
So even I and my family have bought the same premium, same policy.
Wow.
I told you, I told you, India is different country from, altogether different country from America. Yep.
And people living there should really have broad view of what happens outside the borders of the United States, and they should find themselves lucky instead of complaining. These left politicians, Bernie Sanders, and all these people, they keep talking nonsense. They keep putting poison in people, and they just manipulate these people's minds, but these people don't know what
Because
they have. Or
they have vested interest. They have vested interest. That's the thing. Nothing. They are just they want to sit on the chair, president chair. That's why they will definitely do anything to put down that Donald Trump.
Right. He speaks his mind, but that's all you have. You'd rather have somebody who speaks his mind rather than somebody who does not speak his mind, which it's like
he has his guts. He has guts. He has guts. If you see, since the last so many years, Obama, Bush, Clinton, he is the only first president who has not raised a single war.
Exactly.
Those idiots.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's an
So she ran a campaign saying that the first day President Trump will come in the office, he's going to start a war with all the other countries. Like, we are still waiting, lady. We're still waiting. These people are such these are actually people who love war. You know what I mean? These real politicians
Yes.
being the Clintons and Obama and Bush and everybody who are the real politicians being born and bred in the Washington D.C. Political thing. These are people who love wars for any reason. Trump is the only one who's anti-war, which is why the economy was booming until China.
Yes, the reason.
Yeah.
In the crux, he's a very good businessman. A businessman won't rage a war.
Correct.
He will see where the profit is, and he will do the business. Simple.
Correct.
Same goes with Narendra Modi also.
Correct.
He is from Gujarat. Gujarati people are quite business minded,
Correct.
and he will say what is good for him and for his country. He will do the same thing. He won't rage a war.
Correct.
And in the past, more than 1,000 years, India has not raged a war to any other countries. Not a single country. On the contrary, other neighboring countries have attacked India. At that time only we have attacked, otherwise we have not.
Correct. Do you feel there's something going to happen between India and China, the way things are going? Or do you think this is probably going to end again with nothing?
See, right now China is fucked up. Because in the whole, on the international forum also, they are getting fucked because of this COVID massive pandemic.
Right.
Okay, and they were thinking if they will do encroachment of some portion of land in Kashmir, and India won't do anything. But this is not that old India who was governed by Sonia Sena, okay, and the Congress party who was just a puppet of Chinese government and this leftist. This is governed by a strong Prime Minister called Narendra Modi, and he has given befitting reply to them. In one day, he has cancelled 118 Chinese apps in India.
Yeah.
We have in 7 to 8 big orders were given to China for building of bridges and dams. That was cancelled in a day.
Perfect.
Then some of the metro construction also was happening. It has been abolished. We are not going to give to China. We will make by our own self. See, this thing, if I'm thank God that Modi's government is there, if this would be same thing in under this Sonia Gandhi's government or this Manmohan Singh government, India would have been fucked up till now. I think in China also this would be sitting. Chinese president only. It will be that state.
Correct.
It was very bad state.
Correct.
And I hope that in future also, I think this Modi should stay for at least for next 10 years. The face of India will change definitely.
Isn't Apple coming into India and manufacturing new phones now? They're moving this manufacturing away from China, right?
Yeah, they are going for actually the same thing happened. Actually, what I have heard that from China, many companies have been shifted, but the maximum they are shifting as they shifting to Vietnam, not in India.
Okay.
In Vietnam, yes, because their labor is cheaper than India. But in India, because of the bureaucracy, it is difficult. Because of paperwork and bureaucracy, they are not welcome.
So,
People, so this is the reason.
Modi has started a new campaign, right?
Made in India campaign.
Made in India campaign.
Made in India.
Yeah. So hopefully that will trigger, especially with this COVID, job losses and all. There might be.
Yes. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Yes.
Wow, it was.
I am that. Hope for the best.
Yeah.
Hoping for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah, that's all we can do. That's all people.
Yes, only we can. Yes, we should do.
This was an eye opener. So hopefully from this point on, people will be more better prepared.
Yes.
Well, it was great. It was great chatting.
Same here.
And it's what time is it?
Please don't upload this. Please don't upload.
You gotta be fine.
Please don't upload this.
You gotta be fine.
I'm just worried about my family.
You gotta be fine. I don't think these people have the guts. These are not brave people. These people are cowards. They try to do these things for publicity stunts. They would not go and do something to a common man. They want to do something to somebody who would get more media attention, and the fear will spread. But I truly feel that their days are numbered. When it comes to elections, I think people in Maharashtra are going to vote them out. There's no way people will stand for something like Shiv Sena, NCP, and Congress in Maharashtra. They're looking at how they've done and handled the situation. I think it's time for BJP to come back again. So I truly feel that's going to happen. Well, you stay safe, you stay healthy. Keep doing the good work that you're doing, helping your neighbors in your building, and wish best of health for them who are actually going through COVID right now. So wish them the best health.
Same here.
All right, buddy.
Take care.
Until next time.
Take care.
Until next time.
Yes.
Stay healthy. Bye.
Okay. Same here. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Guys, this was one and only Dr. Pancha. He's pretty open. We covered a lot of stuff today. We covered how the state government in the state of Maharashtra in India has broken the pillar, the sacred pillar of freedom of press and freedom of expression, and that's the biggest, strongest freedom of democracy in any nation, and that has been broken. So we're looking to see what the central government in India can do about it. We're looking at what the Modi government and maybe the president of India, maybe the governor of Maharashtra can rescue the citizens of Mumbai and citizens of Maharashtra from these heinous acts of undemocratic acts of the state government of